The fuck was that? You're live. You're rolling.
All right, I think we're back. Says we got 60 people watching. That might be a little delayed. I think they can hear us now. For those of you that just watched us talk in silence for 5 minutes, me and Gut were just basically saying good morning.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking the day we've been waiting for. How this is going to work. Gut's coming around now. We're going to run through every game today in the early slate and give out the best locks, the guarantees, the money makers, the piggy bank builders, and build that bankroll.
You want to sit down? We got a seat right there for you. Make sure you're on this one because that mic's on. The other one's not. Nick's joining us now. Shaking that ass. We're going to go through. We have a thing for every single game, so we're going to start. What I was saying before when we were muted was Arizona-Buffalo might be my most sneaky excited game on this 1 o'clock slate. Kyler's now playing. Marvin Harrison now plays. We get to see the Buffalo offense without Stephon Diggs. The spread is only 6.5 favoring Buffalo, which is what that parenthesis means when it says buff. Over-under is 47.5, so it's a high total in this game.
It's finna be a shootout.
We're at Buffalo.
This game's going to fucking flop. There's no way they're going over 48.
No, dude,
I think it's
defense is bad.
Nah, it's going to be an interesting game. Also, the vultures in this game on underdog.
You said your mic keeps cutting in and out. Super choppy. Have you unplugged the mics and plugged them in? Try it. Do it over here. I'll do it. Yeah, like unplug and plug it.
Bear with us. In the meantime, for those of you who don't know out there, Underdog is running a special where it's called Vultures on a lot of running backs and a lot of rushing props out there. Basically what it means, as you can see James Conner on the screen, there's a lot of shit floating around his head. Those are vultures. That means if you take James Conner to score a touchdown and anyone else on the Cardinals scores a rushing touchdown, Kyler Murray, Trey Benson, Marvin Harrison Jr. rushes one in, that means his rushing touchdown has been vultured and your play will be pushed. What's the right term? Pushed?
Yeah, voided, pushed, all the same thing.
Cooked.
It pretty much means if you have a 3-leg slip and it gets vultured, it's still chopped.
Hello. Nick comes in to save the fucking day. Yeah, right. We're worse off. We might be the woe.
We might be I'm gonna try to switch the channel. You can explain that pretty much if it's a 3-leg slip, what that's going to mean is one of the vultures.
Steen.
One of the people on the action.
We have a lot of people watching.
How you doing? All right, maybe I can.
Here, put the headphones
maybe
on.
mine works. Tyreek Hill got arrested. Yeah, did you guys see that? Yeah. Like it was a Scotty Scheffler situation, but apparently Adam Schefter tweeted out that he'll be fine.
Choppy. All right, I'm gonna
Guts mic is off. Guts mic is off. This is also delayed, so they might be when I unplugged and plug you back in. It might be from that.
All right, what about Guts mic now? Host mic, green chair mic. How we cooking? How we doing? What we doing?
Tyreek Hill was released, but putting him on the ground like that wasn't a good look. I mean, I don't think the cops are worried about.
There we go.
Optics.
Here we go. Now we're here. We had the producer mic plugged in.
How you down? Traffic violations should be okay. Yeah, dude, audio is so bad. Thank you.
Still off. Can you guys hear me from this mic?
It's got to just be open. Got to be something we got to fix in OBS. I feel like every time we stream through anything else, it's fine.
Currently unlistenable.
Someone played through the phone.
Nick's mic choppy as well, just staticky.
Dub me.
There's like a constant, look, if we don't talk, there's like a volume going. I'm gonna try not to talk. Someone played through the phone.
Check.
Nick's mic choppy as well.
Dude, it's definitely playing. It's definitely not going to the Rodecaster.
I just switched it. I had it on the Rodecaster before.
Check.
It needs Rodecaster
Yeah, the right
stereo.
I don't know why.
Check. Yeah, no, it's still picking up through
The camera or something.
It's definitely either through the camera or the computer. When you click the mic aux, what does it go to? Like the 3 dots next to the no. To the right a little. Yeah, right there. Nope. Yep. Right. No. Right. Yep. Where does that go to? Is there a pop up on a different screen? No. Yeah, go to settings, output, or
Where's the other one? It's usually
go to output. It doesn't. They're both the same, I think.
gonna fumble the bag.
We'll come back after the games and tell you what those locks were.
Yeah.
Someone goes, I'm so here for this. Fuck you.
Who drafted Tyreek? Joe. I don't even know if he can hear me, but
I was really close to taking Tyreek instead of Brees, too. If I took Tyreek and T. Higgins,
I'm kind of excited to see how Brees does for you.
I wish
Monday night.
I wish they didn't have to play against San Fran.
Yeah.
Also, low-key, Tony's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
So we got to, like...
Is he even going to come in, though?
We probably won't see him until, like, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is he coming in today? I thought he was supposed to be on this.
I thought so, too.
Goat. Well, now we got to go out tomorrow night for the game. Hello.
It should be working now.
Hank. You guys hear me?
Tyreek all good. He at the stadium.
Yeah. Tyreek will be fine. They'll fucking figure it out. How many overseas subs do you think BDG has? About 50? About 75?
Casey told us BDGE
Yeah, we're good now.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing about the
reach
internet.
in Dublin.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a little choppy.
My 16% waddle is about to be so good, yeah. I mean, like,
Same.
I don't think the long-term vision would have changed.
Mic.
Can you just lower it and switch to the yellow
Switch the other one, yeah.
There's 77 people
Watching us do our
and
thing.
y'all ain't liking the stream. You don't think we're giving you quality audio content right now to listen to before NFL kickoff? What are y'all doing? J-Mo's still cutting out. The long-term vision would have changed in my heart. J-Mo Fortnite was something last night.
Yeah, that mic's just not working. I'm trying to think of where it's plugged into.
Joe muted one the other day, but I think that's just...
Wouldn't be muted. It's probably just unplugged. JMO's mic is just off. Nick, who's going to win the dumpster fire of a Falcons Steelers game? I think we win this game. The Falcons are going to win this game. It's going to be a sloppy game, though. We're going to come out extra sloppy. Sloppy Joe type beat.
What do you think? So I was streaming last night and I was talking about Fields, and I was saying if Russ was starting and he played bad, we'd all be wondering the mystery of Justin Fields. But now if Fields plays bad, like he's not going to earn another shot again because we'll have that sample size.
Nah, he will. He'll be fine.
You think?
Look what Arthur Smith did with the Falcons. Like, he flipped back and forth every 5 seconds with us. I don't think it'll be a difference.
I don't know. That feels like a different example, no?
No, it's just 2 bad quarterbacks playing bad over and over again.
Yes. Like Fields and Russ feels way better than Ritter and
If
Heineke.
Fields plays bad, Russ plays bad, you don't think they'll go back to him?
No.
There's just no way they just let Russ play bad for 15 games
I think
straight.
Russ will just be like such a conservative type of player.
Well, then that's not like the conversation, though. Yeah, I'm saying if Russ plays bad, then there is a chance they bet. But if Russ is fine and gives them a chance to win.
I mean, if Russ is just mid, like if he was what he was in Denver exactly last year, I think that'll be enough.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think they'll force Fields back onto the field, but I think like Russ is probably at a point in his career where he's probably cooked enough that he could get back on the field.
That fall off still hurts me. Like I was such a big Russ guy in Seattle.
Every morning.
Speaking of the Steelers, me and Gut were saying the Najee rushing or just anytime touchdown on underdog feels like one of the best plays because of the vulture. Because if Warren rushes one in, if Fields rushes one in, you're safe on the play.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like the only chance it doesn't happen is obviously if they don't score, if they only throw touchdowns. That just doesn't feel like an Arthur Smith offense.
No, that's a good call. Atlanta's run D is really good though. We're like sneaky great.
Like I'm utterly confident with the vultures. Like I was kind of like iffy on it, but like if that's the logic and that's like true of what the rule is, that feels.
Yeah, this vulture thing's kind of growing on me a little bit.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't really like get it or like understand if it would help me, and I also thought the max was $10.
I think the Xavier Worthy touchdown opened it up for me. Like him rushing one in, saving Pacheco is like
that feels out of control. It's not a vulture.
Exactly, but they're counting it as one, so it's really like they're giving you all the leeway.
What do you think with the Jamar Chase situation? Like, if he's active, he's gonna play like a lot of snaps.
Yeah,
right. Like that's a bunch of bullshit. He's gonna be limited on. No, he's not.
I think he's just trying to get his fucking bag. Him and Burrow are like such good friends. Like, how are you not gonna go out there for him?
Facts.
And fucking win.
Like no player, like Ayuk's not coming out there and being like, I'm gonna be limited to. Obviously, he got his bag, but he's like, there's no reason that Jamar Chase would be limited.
But it would be crazy if, like, say the Bengals are beating up the Patriots.
Game script, sure, but like just for Chase to just make that a blanket statement, being like I'm gonna be limited, like I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Is
for
Higgins
a second.
out? Like he's not playing today?
I don't know. He's just been doubtful for fucking 72 straight hours. Let's get a goddamn update, you cowards.
David Montgomery, either the line's running backs is like another good vulture.
Yeah.
Like the vulture.
I'm playing both of them.
Are we not good, guys? Like I feel like they haven't complained for a sec. Oh, okay. Oh, you're listening?
All right, so we have good chance that Jamar Chase is active. T. Higgins not expected to play. He's actually a fucking cone.
That's
like, what are you doing? You were fine until 2 days before.
He actually has zero leverage. Like I know his contract negotiations is long gone, but like
you're talking about T.
Yeah, like that was a thing early in the
dumb
offseason.
fucking ass on the field and play.
Yeah. He needs to actually show up.
All he does, he's pulled more hamstrings than he scored touchdowns over the last fucking 3 years. I hate him.
Not great.
I like personally dislike him. No, I'll trade him to you.
I don't even know what I need.
You need T.
I might. If Jordan Love's cooked, Jaden Reed's got some fucking.
Jaden Reed though. Hey, no.
Dude, the first touchdown he scored that was called back. I was like, motherfucker. But they like him.
Didn't matter. He's like, I'll get 3 more of them. He's like just clearly the best player in that receiver group.
Yeah.
I don't think it's close.
Love likes Dobbs though.
He does.
Like that's his guy.
I mean, he likes all of them.
Yeah.
He would like Wicks if Wicks could catch a fucking pass.
Yeah, not great.
They're all like really good for what
Actually, like, even though they lost, like I felt really good about what the team looked like. Like I felt like they were sloppy and still. Again, they lost, but I was still
felt like
good.
that was definitely me and Gut were talking about it. Like I felt like that was predictable that both teams were going to start off sloppy. Like in Brazil, Field was crazy. Like, and then they found their footing and things just started to pop off.
Do you think Jalen didn't look great though? Like that?
Yeah, he looked a little sloppy, but I kind of think he's just that. His passing prowess is a little bit inconsistent when he doesn't have time.
Did you think he didn't look as great rushing either? I felt like he, like
it might be on the back of like watching Lamar play.
Maybe,
maybe. Like we had this preconceived notion because he scored so many touchdowns.
That's fair.
That he runs like Hurts or he runs like Fields or Lamar, which is not usually the case. Like he's not putting up 120 yards on the ground. AJ Brown though, he don't.
AJ Brown look good.
Yeah, he's goated. You're back?
I think so for now. We'll figure it out. It's still a little bit choppy, but it's not bad enough to where we can't power through. We'll have to I'll play with it after this, and we'll figure it out. One thing I do want to talk about, we're going to go like more to the slips and stuff that we're going to yap about. We're going to start with Steelers, Atlanta. We already fucking glanced over Arizona. But spread's 3.5 towards Atlanta. You like that? Wow. -3.5 Atlanta?
Is it in Atlanta?
Yep, at Atlanta.
I don't know if 3.5. No, I don't like taking more than 3 in this game. I think it'll be a really close game. I do think we win. Like I would definitely take us money line, but I don't feel confident that we win by anything more than a field goal.
Yeah.
Once you get that hook on top of the 3, it gets a little like
scary.
There needs to be real clear separation between the two teams, and I feel like there's a lot of moving parts on both sides. So I don't know that I feel super comfortable.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts on both sides. The total is low as it should be. I think both these offenses. I think the Falcons have a lot to show though today. I mean, Kirky, you nervous? You love it?
I'm not nervous. I don't care. I don't
I don't care. We're in a Falcons jersey.
Yeah, I don't fucking care.
I'm excited to see Fields with Arthur Smith because like we heard those rumors so long, Fields to Atlanta. Now like
You're gonna be disappointed.
kind of end up being the same. Well, I'm not like saying good, but like
I saw
still curious.
Flock. He said he's starting Justin Fields over.
I mean, he should be started.
He's starting Justin Fields over like I think he said like Goff and like someone else. He was like, I'm taking Fields over them.
I just did a live stream. I had a lot of Fields questions. I was starting Fields over. I can't remember all of them, but
What
like
about Purdy, like against the Jets? That's a tough one.
I would start Fields probably. That's like really tough.
That
matchup.
game is gonna be interesting. The total on that game's like 41 though, so it's like this,
Go
where it's
Jets.
kind of high comparative to where I thought it would be.
They're at like 44.
They're even higher than that. Damn, I thought they were at like 41.
Yeah,
I'll have to double check, but the total of that game is way higher than I thought it would be. Like I was expecting that game to be like 37. Both two defenses are like elite, but
Like how like people in the chat immediately were like, "Flock starting." Like they knew exactly.
know
what
exactly the tweet I was talking about.
his-
Purdy
no.
and Caleb. Caleb's an interesting one going against
I
Tennessee.
got that question. I have Fields over Caleb for sure.
Dub.
I mean, like if you have Fields, like you play him when he's starting in fantasy because he has this insane fucking upside.
Yeah, no, I think his running ability is going to be disgusting, especially with how the Falcons are probably going to come after him. They're going to look to run a lot of man. Their safeties are going to play a lot of over top. It might open a lot of running lanes for Fields, and especially because you came in with a game plan of Russ. Now you got to switch your entire game plan day before to Fields. Two completely separate styles.
Plan all along.
Yeah,
Smart.
just
That
in
actually
case.
would be kind of fire.
Yeah.
For like week 1, you just talked about Russ being the starter all summer.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like, nah.
not happening.
Next.
I mean, they probably had like a package ready that they're just gonna have to flip, but will be interesting. Fields or Lawrence in a superflex? Loving Lawrence today. I have in the thing. If we had producer Joe here on time, I would flip to it. But in the next game that we have is Jags Miami. I do have Trevor Lawrence going over 250 passing yards. He has smashed that line. 6 of the last 7 games going back to last season. And he played teams like Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Houston, all in that
Without
span.
Kirk being injured.
Yeah, like
Cook.
the narrative is so there. Now he gets an X receiver in BTJ. Gabe Davis isn't a huge ad, but it's definitely a good, solid veteran to have in the core. Like, everyone's healthy week 1. He fired in week 1 last season, putting up way over this line, put up 300 yards on Indianapolis Colts.
I'm ready.
Now he's against Miami. No Jalen Ramsey. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if he's 100% or not yet playing, but
Highest paid corner.
yeah, Math Lover 5K. The audio is
You're
chappy.
taking
We're just
T-Law
dealing with
over
it.
Fields.
Probably today. I think just T-Law's like a lock at like 250 and 2 touchdowns, and like I'll live with that all day. Fields could be here, or he like his
Still feel
floor.
like Fields gonna have 140 passing yards.
Yeah,
Like,
his
he's
floor
gonna-
could be horrendous.
Yeah.
Like we could be like starting him, he gets 4 points.
Like he was shaky at the start of last year for Chicago.
Dak just got his extension.
With
Really?
Dallas,
4 for 240.
Jesus Christ.
60 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's the highest paid
Yeah,
by
that's
$5 million more.
Yep. He gets an $80 million signing bonus.
4 for 240. He just broke the market.
4 for 240. Fields will start for the Steelers. T. Higgins still a fucking certifiable.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
is it
I mean, I think
Parsons now the
I
odd
think
man
it's
out.
Cool anytime a guy breaks the market like that.
What was it? 55?
Yeah. Like Jordan Love getting 55 and 100 over Joe Burrow's 55 was like kind of a big deal. Like
That is
Stroud, when he's due in 4 years, is gonna make like $70 million. Like 4 years from now, the market's gonna be
That
so.
feels like we just went up $5 million in about a 2-week period.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like $80 million a
Yeah,
year.
no, it's nutty.
what's even crazier about now Micah's the odd man out there, so he's gonna have to go somewhere.
231
They
guaranteed.
can't pay him.
They're gonna pay him. You don't.
How
let,
like
you don't
how
let
do
an
they?
elite 24-year-old edge rusher walk?
But how did they pay him?
They'll
Like
figure out.
that is
It's fake.
the cap
It's literally
is fake.
fake.
The
They
cap
just,
is
okay, this is now a signing bonus. This is restructured here. You can this like Brandon Cooks probably has like a $20 million cap hit next year for them or some shit. Just let
probably
him
some
go.
old ass head.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go switch the damn thing.
231 guaranteed, like
should be here in 7
Deshaun
minutes.
Watson guarantee.
What game we want? Any games you guys are interested in?
Just go in order.
To be fair, Pat is getting his new contract next year. Yeah, Pat's shit will probably be restructured. What is he getting? Like $40 million a year right now?
25, I think.
Yeah. Pat will get restructured eventually.
He could demand whatever number, and you just have to say yes. Like he
Correct.
has all the leverage in the world.
Yeah, he'll be a Chief for life. Did you guys see the Terry? Yep, we already kind of talked about that.
Dude,
he's playing.
Speaking of Deontay, I think his fantasy line is on Underdog, and that's like one of my favorite plays today. It's like 8.5 points.
Deontay,
Probably going 5 or 50.
dude, his target line is only 6.5.
That's like 7.
His
Target line is what?
6.5. I think he smashes over that.
I don't know.
Like, if there's one focal point to take out of the entire Panthers training camp is that Deontay's the guy, and he's going to be the one.
I feel
Canales has made it
every team
so
knows that,
clear.
though. Like
That's fine, but
it's
like
the only thing they need to stop.
you would think, but I mean, I feel like you still have at least something in Adam Thielen to exist like he did last year, where he can still be a little bit of an annoyance underneath. He'll be playing most of the slot routes. You still have field stretchers now in Xavier Leggett, who is that 4.3, 4.4 speed on that outside.
Yeah, I don't mind the Deontay reception line because you don't actually have to be good to catch passes at a high volume. So that's the only one I'd be okay with. But like, I've just been hesitant on Deontay like all summer. He's just not a guy that I like on a weekly basis.
I also think, ironically, the Panthers will be on offense more than they'll be on defense in this one because the Saints' offense is so fucking bad.
I'm going to need dumpies to Kamara.
His rushing line started when it came out 2 weeks ago at 63.5 rushing yards. It went down. Right now it is at 50.5.
Yeah.
It went
Ours
down
started at 63.5.
63.5. I
That's
made a whole
such a bad line.
Dude, I took I had a screenshot. I had a write up ready to rip. Like I was going to wait.
Firm needs to get
And
on.
then it went down like all within the preceding days. And I was like, well, now the bet's kind of cooked.
God.
So now it's like, all right, whatever. But yeah, so it was at 63. It was at 60. Then it dropped down to like 55, and now it's at like 50. I was going to say, he went under that line so easily. The fact that he's only going to get 50 yards probably is kind of scary. From a fantasy perspective, like how do you like kind of factor that in that their offensive line is so goddamn bad?
Saints?
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything new. It's not like they were really that good last year, but like their offense was just. I think their offense is going to be the same, but probably just still bad. Maybe like a tick lower, which led to like Olave not being able to see his ceiling come to fruition. My one concern, like, I mean, realistically, it's not like you're investing into anyone on this offense, right? So it's like only Olave and Kamara that you worry about. Kamara, I definitely have a little bit of worry just because I think they're going to try to get like so cute with Taysom, and I think Jamal will be a little bit more involved. It's just like because. What happens on the goal line? You know? Like it could be anyone's fucking guess.
Yeah.
It feels almost more like
A.T.
that they'll use
Perry?
Taysom than they will Kamara on the goal line. Yeah, A.T. Perry for sure.
Isn't he tall as shit? Isn't he like
6'4".
Yeah, he's in fade ball.
Kamara's probably going to have like 3 rushing touchdowns this year.
Yeah. Well, I forget what his line came out. I think it was around that.
It was
3.5. 4.5.
He was like in that bunch 4.5 that like
I'd
it
go
was like
under
Zamir
on that.
White, Singletary, all those kinds. But like because he's a pass catcher, they're just in bad offenses.
Kamara's reception line is only at 4.5. Smashing that.
That makes me feel good. If I get at least 4
I mean, I feel like that's high for a
PPR
running back.
points from
Yeah, that's
him?
high
It
as
feels
fuck.
really high. That's like over the course of the year. What's that? 85 receptions.
Yeah, that's
if he
a
gets
lot.
5, yeah, it's a lot.
I don't think he'll be getting that a game, but the only other look I like out of this is Adam Thielen only needs 38 yards. I mean, I would lean that way. I feel like if they're going to focus on Deontay, they'll have to leave somebody
Does he have a
open.
reception line?
I don't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head. But,
Look.
yeah, let me know. Let me know.
How you doing?
3.5.
What the hell?
3.5. 3 for 38.
0.9x on the higher.
Is the yard still at 38, or was it an
37.5.
37? Yeah. That could be a juicy one.
Dude, first touchdown scorer.
I saw Mingo just like
6.7x.
Damn, that
Don't
kind of
even
feels
have
good.
a
Feels fucking-
profile picture anymore.
Who doesn't?
The only thing that scares me
Mingo.
is maybe like Chuba.
He's
like
so bad they
second
took
year,
his
second
they took his
round pick.
profile picture out.
Bro's cooked.
Why don't
Yeah,
they have
he's-
first touchdown for? Oh, they do for Chuba, 3.5.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. The first touchdown lines are making it so fun on UD now.
Yeah, I'm about
Does.
to
Yeah.
take the Thielen first
I
touchdown.
feel like the odds are awful.
Oh, horrible.
Agreed. Like I'm not even gonna look at other books. I'm just
Like,
Thielen's first touchdown line on like DK or FanDuel is probably like 11-1. Fuck.
But
It
yeah,
is.
it's gonna be interesting for sure.
Hayden Hurst 7x. That doesn't feel like enough.
No, that's like he needs to just.
Like, come on.
It's because he scored the first one last year, so that's like
fair, but like,
everyone's feeding into
Where
it.
can I see across the books what like something like Thielen first touchdown line is? Is there like an app or a website right away?
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I don't know one for first touchdowns.
Hell.
You can look at like reception lines really easily, but
But I feel like
first tutters might be a little niche.
really. I feel like they just pull in
pull it
any
up.
odds. No.
Yeah, you can look it up. It should be like normally if I need that, I can Safari search like across books first touchdown lines, something like that, and we can figure it out. Normally it'll give you like a huge thing. I know there's some apps, like there's some promo apps that have like hit me up about it, and I just have never like used them. I don't feel like promoting yo at.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, they just be like, yo, we can show you everything, and I'm like, all right, that's cool.
All right, let's see what we got here. No. what are
Found
you
it?
doing? Trying to type in Adam fucking Thielen. It's just all crux to football.
We got 278 people in here. How about we get 278 likes?
It's actually not that bad. On DK's plus 700. On
Oh, okay.
UD's 6.7.
Yeah, so it's about the same.
Yeah, so I'm
And
about
plus, you'll
rip
have to
this.
pair it with something too.
that's
You can pair it with Dak Free Square. Dak Free Square is open. Make sure if you haven't used code BDG, you'll get Dak Free Square. Not only that, you'll get Dak Free Square, but you can get up to $1,000 deposit match bonus. Also, what's kind of crazy is that we're going to give out a ton of promos this season. So BDG, when you use the code, there are going to be promos every single week. Not only will you get free squares, but there is multipliers. You'll get gifted what was it, discounts last week? They gifted, I think, 4 discounts. So you could discount any single player you wanted to have a discount on, and it would automatically be free square. They give out 3 of them. So you're getting free bets like constantly on UD when you use the code. So might as well take advantage. Let's go. 300 views and we got 6 likes. That is
a
crazy.
crime,
that is insane.
Because I can't hear us.
Chase is active.
Yeah, he's active. He's in
Dub.
the lineups.
Jesus.
So I got to take Andre Ilyasovas out of my lineup for show.
Yoshivas.
Yoshivas? I don't know.
Yoshivas. I've learned that the hard way.
It just doesn't look like that at all.
Yoshivas.
That's
Just think of Mario.
Andre's name?
Yoshivas. Yoshivas, yeah.
Wow.
Yoshibash.
I would have never pulled that together.
No, I would have. That would have taken me years. He's from Princeton, right? Yeah, goat. I remember when I toured there. It was so fucking sick.
Me too.
Yeah, facts. Let me change the
Harvard,
thing.
Harvard was cooler though.
Let's go to the next game.
What do you mean? All right, let's go. Adam Thielen first touchdown line. Trey McBride higher than 49.5.
Pop Scoochie.
I have. I'm concerned that I think Zach Moss is him today.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be low key a good Jacoby day. Like this
Is
Bengals,
that Kobe day?
Brissett.
Why?
Like I think this Bengals passing defense is horrendous.
Yeah, it's not good, but like,
And like if you get Pop and the absolute GOAT Jalen Polk moving,
don't do that. You know what you're doing when you say that. To me.
like you know,
What you were doing
like you get
there.
them moving, like I feel like he could low key cook. But what I mean by cook is get like 200 yards and like 2 tugs maybe, but
Yeah, that's
it's nothing crazy. But
That is
like
cooking
for him, that's cooking.
Yes.
You know, Pop Dougie's gonna get some movement. 3.5 feels great.
Yeah, that's kind of
That feels fantastic.
silly. You hear that? I kind of felt like the ceiling was about to fall.
That would be right on time for this stream.
Sick.
That'd be like cue up.
Good audio.
Good audio.
Hopefully that
Ceiling
comes through
falls
on
down.
mics.
All right, fine. I'll take Pop Douglas too.
Is Bengals really gonna be able to eat 9 points?
Yeah, it's a lot.
I think it's down to like 7 now, 7.5 ish.
That was at last night on FanDuel.
It's been moving a bit.
Yeah,
That's
I made all these last night.
I like the
full
Arizona
bed.
spread Like, what was it?
Arizona 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels great.
I remember
think
summer it was
Kyler
like
Loki-
7.5, and I was like,
I think Kyler Loki like
I think they need that
cooks.
touchdown.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm actually worried about Zona traveling to Buffalo and like just coming out a little flat.
You think?
really?
Yeah.
Coming out flat with Marvin Harrison Jr.
I don't really fuck with Buffalo's defense like that. Like, who's even like Milano's hurt? Tre'Davious White's gone. Fucking Von Miller.
Tre'Davious White hasn't played in.
Yeah, but like those guys weren't factors last year at all either.
Tre'Davious White was like
and they
playing 5
weren't
games.
that great last year.
Yeah,
they
they
fell
weren't.
apart.
Their run defense is worse than their pass D, I think.
Jordan Poyer left.
Yeah, no. Jordan
Leonard
Poyer and
Floyd
his wife left.
Yeah. Like,
His wife is
everyone's
dying.
gone. Like, Jair's really going to have to, like, lock in.
Yeah, it's going to be, again, that's a game that's just going to be interesting to watch all around. I'll be intrigued to see how Ramondre looks today with
That's
the
a good one. I'm
Patriots.
curious,
Like, again,
too.
he only played 12 games last year.
I don't
And-
think is Gibson.
Gibson might be inactive as well.
Yeah, so Ramondre
That's
should have a
big.
huge workload.
That's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me versus Casey. Jamar's playing. Ramondre, huge workload.
That's big.
Jalen Warren's in.
Who's Casey got today?
Well, they
He
got
got
Ramondre,
Bijan and Jay Jettis? That was his
Yeah.
1 and 2?
Bijan and Jay Jettis.
And then his claim of Devontae Smith being a league winner.
Didn't he? How many points did he have?
It was like 3 for 50 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That was it. I thought it was more.
He had more receptions.
AJ
He had 5 receptions. I know that, but I don't know how many yards.
Yeah, 5 for 50 or some shit.
He had for some
Whatever.
shit.
Ramondre's at 70.5 total yards, 2.5 receptions. Ooh, I like the 2.5 receptions if
Gibbs out.
I mean, obviously, but I don't know. Can you get us a quick status on Gibson? Can you just like search it on Twitter?
Yeah. The person I like that's over, and we can go to that game here in a second, is 2.5 for Javonte receptions. That feels fantastic.
It feels.
I feel like he's going to get peppered
Fantastic.
easily.
I mean, I don't know if.
Just questionable.
They might not have it
Coming up
updated.
without issue. Okay. Yeah, he looks like he's probably going to play then. We're out.
Yeah.
We're back on Michael Wilson.
I was going to say 15 minutes until they have to make it official.
All right, we're taking Pop Dougie over 3.5 and Michael Wilson over 2.5.
No Michael Wilson touchdown?
I mean, that's a lock.
That's just a lot.
Obscure
They've already
touchdown of
maxed
the
me
week.
out on that.
Have they? Max 2 out on your touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Start Jalen Warren or BTJ. Low-key BTJ might cook. I'm so disgustingly in.
On paper, this is a BTJ week for sure.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel like it's not going to be.
Nah, he's not
Which
going to.
makes me feel like it's a Gabe Davis week.
Dude, if it's a Gabe Davis week, I'm going to be pissed. But
Oh, that's so
it's so going to
It's
happen.
so due. Week
He's-
1, Gabe Davis is him.
waiver wire. Everyone's gonna
He's gonna-
grab
Sammy
him.
Watkins
Yeah.
week
Next
1,
week.
Gabe Davis
No,
week
we
1.
already had.
You're going to make a video. You have to grab Gabe Davis as your number 1 waiver wire asset.
tonight.
All right, let me go switch the game so we can refresh.
Which rookie is going to have the biggest impact today? Can we
Caleb.
yeah, can we use quarterbacks? Because it would be Caleb. Who else is a fucking rookie today? Receivers. Probably won't be Rome.
Marv, Malik.
Malik could have a big game. Marv could have a big game. Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Fucking
Ladd?
huge dub. Pass.
This one,
Okay.
this vulture feels like
Adam?
the most lockiest lock of locks.
Of locks.
JT, vultured,
Oh,
rushing
like
touchdown.
I'm in on vultures.
Yeah,
I'm
like
like-
it's
All the way in.
because if again, all it needs to be is a rushing touchdown and
Is that
it's
a spicy,
vultured.
or is that straight up one?
Spicy. 0.1. It's 1.06x. I took it like
Wow.
20 minutes ago
All
too.
right, I'm in. Fuck it.
I need to start like just making 2 leg slips. Like we like do these shows. I'm like, well, I'll just throw them all together. Like
Bro,
nothing
they got him at
hits
No.
like that.
18
No, you
rushing
gotta-
attempts?
Yeah.
That feels fucking high against
That is.
UNC and with
It is
Rich
high.
there. That's crazy.
It's definitely high as shit. I know a lot of people on Twitter were playing that under.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm gonna be very honest. I feel like so many people this week, especially like in week 1, are almost like too optimistic and so on everyone's
Oh,
over.
That's-
And I'm
Especially
like,
based off the first 2 games, they've both been exciting as fuck.
yeah, and everyone's like over, and I'm like, brother,
These
that's
are gonna
just
flop.
Like, I have one under on my slip, and I feel great about it. But other than that, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Ravens, gas, fucking.
I think I'm going to take
Packers,
David
Eagles, gas.
Montgomery higher than 13 rushing attempts.
I love that line, too. It was at 12.5 to start.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Gibbs is at 11, but I just like. I think
I have the Monty slip on here,
That
actually.
makes me sad that I missed that. 12.5 is like beautiful. 13 is a little scary, but
Yeah, 13. But
Whatever.
if
We're
did you
locked
get
in.
13 flat or 13.5?
13.
Okay, yeah, 13 flat. At least you get the void. If
Got
it's
13 with JT touchdown, so we'll just push on both of them.
I
Vulture
did-
and a push.
Dude, I did a Dak slip today for the Dak free square, and I put 6 vultures with it
Really?
because the teams only need a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Or they
Is
score.
there not? Is it not from like a certain distance though?
After
The
I
Worthy?
thought it was within the 5-yard line.
I mean,
that got
Worthy
proved
had
wrong.
that
That got
stupid-
proved wrong with
yeah.
Worthy, and they vultured after Jaden Reed did it. When Jaden Reed had the
they were
rushing
just
touchdown
trying
of
to,
a 33.
But
Yeah,
do you think
so-
they were just trying to like maybe build some hype around it because it was like prime time
You
games?
can't do it for those games and then not
And
do
then
it for the
fake
rest.
Yeah, that's fair.
That'd be
So,
fucking shit.
because I was almost all out on the vultures at first when it was within 5. I was like, a 10-yard rushing attempt happens all the time.
Yeah.
And now that they've done it within 30 yards and 21 yards, it's like you might as well just be taking them. If the team scores, if they don't, and if they score, obviously it still cashes. So it's like I'm gonna see what it is this week. I put a unit on it, which is kind of crazy, but because it's 1,200 cash out, if not,
Stack.
it's also a flex. So if I could,
What?
I did a 6-leg like this with the DAC. I put a full uni on it. We're gonna see if it catches. If I cash out $1,200, how you doing?
Can't you not put more than $10?
It's like all my unit is $10.
okay.
I don't do a ton.
Disrespect there.
Yeah, that
I
was.
mean,
kinda,
you keep saying like I put a full unit as if
You did say it.
like the way that you said it was like so intense that I was like,
sorry,
oh,
that's
shit,
a lot
like,
for me.
what's
I'm
your
not putting
units?
$100 on it. The fuck. You know, I thought like Caruso on them units was like way bigger. This is only 20,
I mean,
and I'm like,
smart.
for the volume, I feel like that's
yeah, no,
not
it's
bad.
because we place 5, 6
No
bet
Browns
every
in
day.
Washington?
Tim.
Interesting.
Luke McCaffrey might go pop.
Jalen McMillan.
What about him?
Waiver wire.
talk to
I
me,
just
brother.
feel it coming.
Talk to me, brother.
Yo, real question. Who's getting hurt today?
CJ, Thursday ACL. We've been calling it week 1.
I feel like that's like a month in.
Oh, month
All right.
in. Okay.
Like they're gonna start 0-1.
CMC. He's already banged up, questionable.
That's tomorrow though. Tony's
Yeah.
birthday.
On his
D-Hop,
birthday, CMC goes down on tacos.
D-Hop is a lock to limp off the field at some point today.
Yeah, with his MCL.
I would say Cooper Kupp is probably a lock. I would say Brees Hall, lock. Aaron Rodgers, lock. Jared Goff, lock. Kyle Pitts, lock.
Enough.
Um,
Listing your team.
Zach Moss, lock. Jordan Addison,
You
lock.
have D-Hop?
No,
Imagine he
he's just
started.
the one that is actually
Jordan
a lock.
Addison, I could see though, in like a
100%.
realism. Yeah, no, that's one I could probably see.
Yeah, I hate that I have to start him.
Yeah, he's
But I could start Tyler Lockett, but he's also a lock to limp off the field.
yeah, both of them leg injuries cooked. All
I'm
right,
fucking so ready for February.
we got one more or a few more.
Agreed.
So many.
One more.
What game do we need to touch on? Have we done the Jags Miami? We kind of yapped about it.
Yeah.
We do this one instead. There it is, your 12 rushing attempts.
Wow. Bro, you got it at 12 flat?
Yeah,
What have I been doing?
that was last night.
Jesus.
12 rushing
What
attempts.
happens when you put a whole unit on it?
Good.
Move the lines.
Yeah, I moved
with
the
unit.
lines.
You're a unit mover. 52.5 is so big.
Yeah. Now this is gonna be an elite game.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I wouldn't even touch either side because it could easily soar over this. With these
1.5.
defenses are shaky.
That's kind of crazy for that spread to be that small.
Mm-hmm.
At the 53-point over-under. All right, fine. I'll take Detroit.
Let's put the money on it. I can't believe, yeah, Monty, you saying he was at 13.5. I was like, damn, that's a
No, 13.
1.5 move.
I don't know.
But,
Stop making up numbers. I didn't say that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought you said. That's why I was like,
Stop.
Just took higher Rogers 0.5 injuries.
job. 25 for Achilles.
Lions -4.5. I'm putting 50 units on it.
$500.
$50.
Damn, I didn't know your units was $1.
Yo, I'm putting a full 50 units.
A full 50 unis?
Unstains? Full
Ah,
50
you down?
universities?
All right.
Under T-Law is replaced in a couple years. Dub question.
I cannot believe Dak got 60 mil still.
60 mils, dude, it's...
Like, I didn't know he had that fucking...
Yeah, the fact that they couldn't just come in at like 57.
Nah, he
Still
just-
reset them.
He just put his right on the table and was like,
No
I
wonder
need...
Jerry's been like, I don't want to give it to him yet. I didn't realize he was... I legit, if I had to pick, I didn't think he would even set the record. I decided to get right in that mix.
It's literally just timing.
Yeah. Like when Jamar Chase's contract comes in.
It feels like Dak is in a contract dispute with Dallas every offseason. Like, I legit thought we did this last year.
I feel like we do this now with how like the media is. It makes it almost amplified to where it feels like every player that is like a
Always wants a
superstar,
restructured
they just like
contract every 5 seconds.
restructure. It's like, brother, play it out.
Yeah.
Because by the time you
Play
get
the
to
damn game.
because by the time you get to year 4, like the
up
whole
and
market's
dribble.
changed by a ton. You could go 4 years ago. If he got that contract 4 years ago to now, it's like
I mean, like literally last year, like Derek Carr getting $30 million a year was insane.
Yeah.
You know, and like $30 million a year is literally just like half of the good quarterbacks now.
Yeah, it's...
what are we thinking?
Having Michael Penix on a rookie Conchi is
You
crazy.
think they keep? This is completely off topic to this. You think they keep Malik Willis in Green Bay, or you think they get someone else? Try to bring him in.
Ooh,
I was thinking low key Jameis.
James ain't going anywhere.
Dude, that would be
He doesn't
so.
really feel like
electric.
somebody's available for trade.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many. I was just thinking maybe like a Jimmy G or someone like Carson Wentz or
Yeah,
someone that could be just like a 6th-round pick and whatever. Bring him in.
dude, I don't know. I kind of like to see Malik get it.
I would love to see him
little more
play,
of a
but
chance,
I
yeah.
feel like he's proven nothing.
Nah,
He's only
but,
been ass.
like, what are they gonna do? They don't really have a choice.
Nah, but like, do they just lose 4 weeks and eat it?
No, I mean, he's definitely not good. He's definitely not ready for the NFL. At least he's been bad every time
But isn't this is this his 3rd year?
he came in with Ritter.
He's old.
Yeah.
Ritter's out the league and the
Like,
league's
if
still
he ain't
here.
ready, you ain't ever gonna be. Like, it's...
Maybe they bring in Ritter,
That would be a very large mistake.
unless
At that point, you're better off playing Malik.
Matt Corral, like, it's just
Awful.
all of
Matt Corral would be a
Can't
movie.
trade for him.
That QB class, something special.
That had the sauce in it.
Oh, Tannehill. Tannehill could be one.
Tannehill. Oh, that would be elite, low key.
That is sharp. Whoever the fuck said that, Dom. He's a freebie too.
Yeah.
How is he not on a team?
Yeah, that doesn't make no sense.
Damn.
That's like gotta be number like has to.
Comeback player of the year. Right
Yeah,
there.
that has
Ryan
to be the
Tannehill.
answer right now. That is perfect for Jaden
Comeback
Reed.
player of the year. I feel like Love's gonna be out 2 weeks.
Nah, you'll be fine. Trust.
But
Just
you
trust.
MRI,
It'll
he's
just
done.
be like exactly like Joe Flacco. He'll take the reins. Tannehill's back. 8th most rushing yards all time. You know what it
Tannehill's
is.
genius. I'm like all in on that now.
You haven't seen that? I feel like I forgot it until now, but I feel like I've seen
I
that
haven't
floated around Twitter. a
Josh
little bit.
Dobbs.
That feels like
Colin
Kaepernick. Yeah, that's the wave. Get Cap in there.
LaFleur was like the OC in Tennessee too when he was like, shit's coming together. Shit is coming together.
That would be an absolute movie.
Yeah.
All right, I got another thing.
Have a producer.
All right, J-Mo. Your charges.
Wow, you're taking a lad play.
Yeah. Again, I don't love this game, but
Interesting.
what side do you take? Just talk through it and I'll strip with it.
For lad or the game?
Both.
Raiders to win. Lad over.
Okay. Next.
Awesome.
This is the one I want to chat about.
Here comes a full unit speech.
Full unit speech on the Tennessee Titans stains.
I like that square.
Under 243. It was up to 245 at one point, and I didn't get it in time. So we settled for 243.
Still
But I still think 243 is great. It is such a high line for a rookie. Like, you don't see rookies come in at 250 yards
It's all the way
damn
down
near
to
ever.
38 and a half now.
Yeah, I'm just like that. I don't know what to
Like,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
Bo Nix? Probably like 200 flat.
It's got to be around. You can check for me. Who do they?
198 and a half.
Yeah, like that's crazy. I understand the talent. Also, as we've talked about multiple times here, James Steen, this Tennessee defense is the most underrated defense.
Team.
It like 6.5 wins is disrespectful.
I'm sharp.
Like
that fucking
this-
May prediction on that
is-
whiteboard.
That's it.
That
You didn't even
might,
start the season. You're already sharp for predicting something.
I
we didn't
literally
have
know
watched
it's
a
gonna
single
happen.
game yet.
but we know. Like you don't even need to watch them to just
That
know.
offense is going to be atrocious.
The offense might be bad, but the defense.
Offense is fine.
Yeah, you don't think Tajay
Both
can get it
sides of the
done?
ball are fine.
Listen, Chidobe Awuzie, Quandre Diggs, L'Jarius Sneed, Armani Hooker, Jamal Adams, all there.
Monty Hooker is crazy. Jamal Adams is crazy.
Jamal Adams is going to play in the box. He's not going to actually be. He's not going to need to be a safety.
D line's always good.
It's just they have a ton of veteran presence with a new DC in. I want to make sure I say his name right.
So they win this game.
Denard Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah, Denard Wilson under the Todd Bowles regime. And he also was with Baltimore last year, was the DB's coach there. A lot of experience, been a defensive guy. I think he's going to send a ton of pressure at Caleb, going to force him to have to stay in the pocket as well. Like they're going to send outside pressure, and force him to be a pocket passer, which will be very interesting.
I think my favorite thing is going to be seeing Keenan.
Jamal's inactive.
What's he finna be doing?
Dub.
Jamal's inactive.
Jamal's a
Dub.
pussy. He's
Jamal
done.
will
It
be
don't.
inactive
I'm
for
gonna
the
be.
whole-
I'm gonna
for
be
the
honest.
whole
Yeah,
year.
it don't really matter.
How
Jamal
did
was like.
Titans' former head coach not get a job? He's actually in Cleveland now.
Yeah, I think
He
he's.
like randomly had a clip surface where everybody was like, I had no idea that Vrabel was coaching. I think he's in Cleveland, which is like
I thought-
a phenomenal defensive hire for them.
Is he a DC or isn't he like a player personnel?
yeah.
something.
Definitely not a DC. We would have known about
He's
that.
gonna be like
He's-
the Bills head coach next year. Like he's
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
I thought he was like a player, one of those type of dudes where he's just like there, but he's not actually there.
James Cook, like Derrick Henry. It's fire.
Anyway, but yeah, I think they're going to send a ton of pressure outside. I think Caleb's going to be forced to be in the pocket. Keenan Allen's now a tight end. Probably going to tear his hamstring for the 17 millionth time. I went through his injury history just for funsies. That list is like actually insane.
Yeah.
It might be the longest list of injuries I've ever seen on a player in my life. Yeah. But I also, how do you think like DeAndre Swift? I know we're kind of out on him. Do you think he's gonna be closer to a split with Khalil, or do you think it's gonna be like 70-30, 80-20?
That's way too generous, I think. There are like very few running backs to get. I think maybe like in September, he could have a pretty big split. Like today, I feel like they'll come out and get involved in the screen game right away to like calm Caleb's nerves and like use DeAndre Swift how they imagine it. So I could
Caleb
see.
doesn't get nervous.
Yeah, he said he doesn't get nervous, which means he gets really nervous.
Okay, so maybe they just fucking air it out to Keenan Allen immediately.
Yeah, and I love how at USC he was like, I have really bad anxiety. That's why he hugged his mom and everything. Like came out with all this. Now he's like, yeah, I don't get nervous. I'm like, wow, that's quick 180, quick 360.
It's crazy.
He doesn't. He said he doesn't.
That's crazy.
I mean, LeBron doesn't get nervous either. You see those clips? Caleb, LeBron. I don't see a
LeBron.
difference really. What do you mean?
Dub, you think he's gonna be LeBron James? Anyway, I'm taking Tennessee side all day. Money line, lock it in.
Yeah, the 3.5 feels a little bit. That's another one like the Falcons Steelers where
Hulk.
I like the Falcons, I like the Bears, but 3.5 is like that's a statement. You know,
Is this in the 1 o'clock slate?
Yeah,
should
this is
be.
the one.
This is like the premier 1 o'clock game. Like
This
you
and
don't put Tennessee Bears. In
You
the
think
play
it
game.
actually is? What is the best game at
So
1?
by premier, I didn't mean best. I meant like there's just no way a tight Bears game goes in like 4 or 7 o'clock.
I can tell you what the best.
Sometimes the 4s though have some dogs, like dog water. Like it's not great.
Yeah, because it's always just like some combination of Seattle and Arizona over and over and over again.
Just again.
The NFC West every time. So it's like if anyone's bad in that division, you get bad.
The best
or
1
bad.
o'clock game is going to be Texans Colts.
That's a great fucking game.
That will be
Great
probably the
one.
best 1
Jags,
o'clock game.
Dolphins.
Jags Dolphins will be there. The 4 o'clock.
so ready.
The
There's, like,
4 o'clock
more
slate is
interesting
I'm wearing
ass.
Friedman's now.
Every game is interesting.
The 4 o'clock slate sucks. Broncos, Seahawks. I mean, I assume the
Interesting.
Seahawks
Fuck it.
will
Why not?
do well.
Geno
Then it's
down.
Chargers, Raiders,
Yeah, that
Cowboys,
sucks.
Browns. That could be a good one. See Deshaun be back. And then it's
That's
Commanders, Bucks.
We got to figure out our setup, like how we're doing TVs, what we're putting on.
Yeah, we got
We're
to.
just doing red zone everywhere. We don't really have that
We're just
many
doing Freedman's.
I was just gonna do
Maybe Virgil's.
say probably.
Pub would be gas.
I feel like we need to do
Yeah, I
Pub.
feel like it's just tradition at this point.
We need to get Pub, right?
You guys should do that.
Stop.
And then tonight's game between the Rams and Lions, I am like actually so excited to watch.
What's the place to get donuts from? Donut Pub? That fucking muffin you got me like a few months ago, I still think about that thing.
Yeah, it might have been Donut Pub. I was gonna get him tomorrow for Tony for his birthday.
He ain't coming in.
How old is he turning? 26,
Is he
27?
like dude to have a kid?
He's like 35.
Yeah, he's getting up. Yeah, he's getting up there. Kid time?
Is he 26?
I think he's 26.
He's like locking up, engaging
No,
this week.
he's gotta be,
That's
like-
crazy.
He's still
20s.
bottom of that.
He's still the bottom of the list.
Regardless of him being the only one that lives with a female, he's still bottom of the tier.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, make sure you guys let us know who you guys are ranking on who's gonna get married
Imagine
first.
if Deshaun wins today when Dak just got 60 mil.
That would be
That would,
elite.
they were the memes. Like I could already see them. Like that's a thing.
Deshaun's gonna play horrendous today. This is like he needed not to have Dallas as the first
This
game on the
is
schedule.
his year.
If he comes out and he like slings it though, what
There's
will you
just-
think? Like if I'm just saying in a full hypothetical world, he comes out, slings the rock.
I don't
Are you
even
gonna
think-
ever be bought back in, or are you just completely out, shutting the door, locking it, throwing the key
You
away?
haven't like seen his shoulder hasn't been functional. Like here's the
Yeah.
thing: even in the 2 years that he's been back, he's been able to put up like decent fantasy games. I feel like he hasn't made a throw where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that shit look like his arm looks powerful. You know, back in the day, like we haven't seen.
Oh,
that.
he used to dice defenses.
It's sad.
He's fucking ass.
You see
So
Cade,
bad.
you
The
see-
more you think about it, the more it's like, yeah, he's bad.
you see Cade Klubnik yesterday, Clemson's quarterback, tie the record for most
know who
touchdowns in a
that is.
game. Clemson's quarterback.
I didn't
No?
watch any college football yesterday.
And
No.
it sucks
That's
because like the
Notre Dame
Browns
law.
did the right thing of like trying to get that elite guy, and they built the right roster, and they just
Yeah, their
fucking
roster
missed.
around him is
Like
just.
they made the scary aggressive moves that some teams won't do.
Yeah.
I think their defense. I think it could give Dak and the Cowboys some problems. Like could be
Deshaun could give
some.
some fucking issues for
Yeah,
sure.
and especially because they were going to want to control the clock in the run game.
Someone asked, "This is a Brian Finneran jersey." That's a fucking great pull, though. I should get a Brian Finneran jersey.
We just need more
Elite.
of obscure jerseys for show. I got a JP one at home, Julius Peppers,
Not too
Panthers.
obscure though.
No, but it's just like older.
I think it's from
Pretty cool.
Delco. What is Delco? What's Delco? Delkenstein.
Boring game, but we haven't really said much.
Yeah, you think this has potential to be kind of a fun game?
I think Washington wins.
I don't hate it.
Like
I think it could get
I'm out on the
interesting.
Bucks this year. Like I got 6 and 11 written all over them.
Yeah, I definitely still like Ecky's under though on rushing yards, 26 and a half.
Yeah, for sure.
Tampa Bay feels kind of like the Raiders. Like they're both just chippy and like if you told me they won 6 games, wouldn't be surprised. If you told me they won 8, maybe 9, also wouldn't shock me. I don't think.
Like I think we're just riding that thing. I mean, shout out to them. They got a playoff win last year. We're just running that back. Doesn't
The
feel
playoff
like,
win was also Philly, who was absolute dog water by
like,
the
they
end of
went
last
9
year.
and 8. Like I think they're gonna legit kind of lose this game. Todd Bowles is last year.
Canal's gone.
Yeah,
Offensive mind is gone.
but
But like this Washington team, like what the fuck do they have outside of Jaden and Terry? Like I just am
it's
so
not great.
out
sucks.
on.
I kind of think though that like in situations like that, maybe it allows for other players. Like if Luke McCaffrey came out and started playing like relatively well, I don't think it would shock me. Because in those situations, like someone has to step up. Like someone's going to get opportunity.
Sanad
You know?
maybe or something.
Yeah,
Just-
like you know, when the depth starter is so bad, typically like someone gets the chance to at least prove maybe they're okay. So I wouldn't be surprised if in a few weeks we have like a good secondary option. But yeah, for right now, I mean, the offense is going to be one dimensional as fuck.
yeah, 3.5. Taking the Washington side. Is that what you're locking?
I mean, I think they win. Yeah,
Money line.
give me
All
the
right.
3 points.
I like the Ecky under. That's kind of my main play here. I also low key like the over. Like I think
Could
this
see
is going to
that.
be one of those trash games, but it's going to be a high scoring game.
I could see it. Yeah.
Gonna be today's gonna like mark the day if Nate has a chance to win the league or not.
A-Rich
with
and
Jaden and A-Rich.
Yeah.
Like
But
he
low
shot.
key, like Pacheco and Jacobs kind of like weren't great.
No, they
Weren't
weren't.
great.
Kind of scary. But Alameda Zakia is going to go off. Facts. Donald Prescott.
Enough.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that's got to stop.
Got
At
$60 million.
some point, we got
That's
to
your
stop.
answer.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the bet stream today. I know the audio was asked, but thank you guys for bearing with us. Love you guys. We'll be back with better audio in week 2, previewing every single Sunday game that we're going to go through. We're going to have the best bet with it. It's going to look a lot like today. And hopefully Tony joins us on the couch.
Good.
Yeah, no, he's not here.
Dub.
So we'll find him. We'll get him on the couch for next week. But we'll catch you guys next time. Love you guys. I got to go walk off to, turn it off.
Take this away, JMO.
All right. Lock in Commanders, Chargers, Titans,